Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 3 replay. Spawn on the north side as the blue Swedes. We've got Madonna. Spawn on the south side as the red French. We have Ruben Diaz. When it comes to natives of the map, we got a very important native, the cow. Cows are delicious, and they're good companions. Yep, hopefully it should be a good replay, assuming it doesn't bug out and break. Because I have a bit of bad luck today. So that one was clearly ended. Let's see, no deck selected just yet, and no deck selected just yet. Other than the map, got the Comanches, give you access to a ranged cavalry, good against cavalry. Also access to the Apache settlement, which gives you a ranged cavalry, good against cavalry. Very unique. So maybe the French has both native and cavalry cards, so maybe we'll see some French native cavalry play. Probably not. Of course, the Swedes have access to Carolines, which are good anti-heavy cavalry units at range, but somewhat weak to melee. Betty the cow will be sent back home, and there's Annabelle. Oh wait, the cow just died. Seems a little bit too early to slaughter the cows. Let them fatten up a little bit. Maybe I'm just going crazy. Oh, looks like it will claim the sweet potatoes from the local doggos. We do have a deck selected here, the land deck, including infinite couriers. Interesting. As well as ×4 couriers. Let's see. Possible fast fortress. A lot of resource crate cards. Skirmishers, cuirassiers. Not really standard French. A lot of resource crates there, which sort of interesting. We now have the quartermaster being researched by the French. Logistican, I'm guessing, assuming that's short for. We do have the advanced market card. Interesting. Blueberries, villagers, pretty standard. Eisenberg Ironworks, Dominions. Got the Treaty of Rock Slide. Copper Mines, Cavalry Combat. Darkian Rebellion. All your pikemen transform to halberdiers. Haven't seen that card yet. Fishing Jaegers, Trample Tactics, Snaplock. Slightly different, a Swedish deck as well. Grove of Boars, Arc, Trees, worth 25 wood. Aging up to the Logistican and Advanced Market. What does the Swedish Logistican provide? And he has Advanced Market? There's something must be missing. I don't know what the Swedish Logistican provides. Well, it has to do something with the market, right? Advanced market built. Immediately going for our gang saw. I'll have a lot of wood here. Plus maybe doing a bit of a torque boom. Oh, maybe he deleted one of the cows next to the torque. It gives Arsenal. I thought that was the Italian, wasn't it? The Italian Logistican provides one Arsenal wagon and one free Arsenal research. And with the improved politician, will give additional Arsenal wagon for some odd reason. Chinook Scout stabbing the settler. Maybe it's the same one. I can't remember. Oh yeah, it does provide arsenal and military wagon. Okay, so that's so barracks and arsenal. Paula doesn't provide any free research then. The Italian one provides the free research. Got Dominions. Nice. Not sure. Got pikemen here. We got multiple French barracks, so he's being aggressive. You can always go for Sent Swede. We may actually see that card being deployed on Alt. They already have Advanced Arsenal H2. Got it. As a civ bonus. There's a lot of moving parts. I can't remember everything. There's a Torps. This is a large number of pikemans. We got some crossbowmen here. Crossbowmen are okay against heavy infantry. They're not super great. Plus 25% is nothing too significant. Gain some decent damage on the pikemen. I don't really have much faith in crossbowmen, but do have a large number of French crossbowmen being pulled in the field. So it looks like we got French archaic army, weirdly enough. This does improve the health and hit points of crossbowmen and pikemen, as well as halberdiers, as well as armor by 10%. So we got archaic French versus, I guess, archaic Swedes. Yeah, this game's going a little bit crazy. Corpses are being torched. Bring more crossbow, going for a shipment of wood. Bring in some more crossmen over here. Council supports fully garrison with 10 villagers, so it's able to get its good firepower. And now we've got some hussars put out here. Doesn't focus on that wounded villager there. That villager does go down. Got some militiamen here as well. Militiamen try to focus on the hussars. We've got more pike or more crossmen being pulled in the field. Another shipment available. What you should go for, I'm not sure. Try and establish another barracks here. Which probably could be torched down by the pikemen. But they're in the ranged combat mode, cover combat. Blue has held off. Red is bringing a shipment of crossbowmen, has a number of pikemen here as well. Most of the militiamen are still alive, and they do offer good DPS. Even though they have 1 health, they can be surprisingly tanky as well, take a lot of overkill. Haven't seen anything deployed out here for the advanced arsenal. Crossbowmen, archaic archers, foot archers are affected by the infantry breastplate, which is mostly meant for melee infantry units, but does also affect crossbowmen as well as passiveers. More crossbow pulled over here. Carolyn now charging way forward. Does do 20% less damage versus light infantry, which may actually come into play right there. Well, I should focus on the militiamen first rather than crossbowmen. They have higher DPS. More crossbowmen being pulled on by the French player. The Swedish player is going for more pikemen. Also going for a hussar. Some of these villagers not getting hit. Score does go down. Villagers do offer excellent melee damage. So I'm going to sort of go down here as well. Got 20 villagers versus 23. Of course, French villagers are French villagers. And for the Swedish player, he does have 11 torps in the field. Effectively, each one providing 1 villager's worth of income. So it's closer to 11... roughly 30 villagers, even though he just lost a couple more there. The French villagers are, of course, also slightly better, of course. But the French economy, I think, is overall still better than the Swedish. Couple pikemen to keep those hussars at bay. Red still has a trading post in the field as well, just gaining some experience. Oh, we got quite a bit of infrastructure here deployed by Blue. Or not completed. Torp queued on up. That also means that 11 torps is inaccurate.
Redo for strid.
French villagers have range resist rather than melee resist, so they're effectively no different than regular villagers when it comes to melee combat.
Redo for strid.
There's just these causes of harassment there. Got this villager polluting some more torps. The advanced market still puzzles me. Never really looked at the resource exchange rates of the advanced market, but still probably not an ideal thing to utilize. Right now he's just mostly solely focused on collecting food, has decent amount of coin income thanks to all the torps. Oh, got some of these hussars getting killed off by the French villagers.
Bonjour.
Does focus on the wounded one there. Does take out one. Make that two. That's exactly what the Swedish player needs to get back in the game. He has, what, roughly 9 torps technically. Yeah, that definitely evens out the economy. So these torps are being torched. We'll build more torps down here. Pikemen trying to pursue the villager, but the villager will beat the pikemen in melee combat. It's something that it's one of those things that I like. You just it's one of my things ingrained into me that just avoid using the market. But I don't know the exact exchange rates of the advanced market. I'm going to be blunt on all this. I haven't really looked into it. Thank you for the follow, Flow 1893. I don't know, I just think maybe there's a better card in Age 1 than the advanced market. I could be completely wrong. I'm just going to say that. We do got a decent amount of units here. 23, including the Explorer. Only 2 pikemen for torches. Carolyn's offered decent torch damage as well. Villager was stabbed to death by the pikemen. But more hussars here. The French player did invest quite a bit into that force and really has nothing in the field. Plus he's trying to go for an age up. He's 25 more coins. There you go, must have sold something from the market. Aging up now, that's pretty fast. Probably the Exile Prince for the fast age up. Going for barracks there and stable. Skirmishers probably be pretty useful as well. Maybe a handful of dragoons deal with the heavy cav. More crossbowmen there. I'm available here for the French. Probably will go falconets or skirmishers. Grassers wouldn't be a bad option. One of those 3. Swedish player almost enough experience to get another shipment. Not sure what he should get. Maybe blueberries or leather cannon. No idea. Though the infantry hit points doesn't seem half bad to me as well. Or that's hand hit points, not infantry hit points. Which probably won't be super great. Push down some of the housing, put his opponent pop cap. Oops, I got rid of the music. Now militia and skirmishers all being shipped on in, including some dragoons. Pikeman gets good attack down some of these hussars. And now the hussars do manage to collapse on in on those skirmishers. More hussars have been pulling in. Luke can just take out the pikemen and the hussars can reign supreme. Almost all the pikemen are down. Hussars can engage in multiple angles, unable to save all of his light infantry. Gets completely surrounded there. And blue has now a sizable army at red's doorstep. Going for blueberries. Dragoons. Going for a large number of dragoons right now. Cavalry's only do bonus damage versus heavy cavalry at range, not light cavalry, but they do have high attack speed nonetheless. French villagers embracing the Second Amendment. They do have 11 damage at the moment. He does have more health onto them as well. More villagers, skirmishers, and dragoons. And looks like these villagers may go down. Sizable loss here. The French player can't be losing villagers like this. Those large consume all the local fauna in his base. Have to go outside for them. Helens do get cleaned on up. Now got the dragoons pursuing the hussars back home. I've got the age up here, the exile prince, the fast age up. Dragoons moving around. Pops find the hussars here. They will not find them. Brassiers being shipped on in. 29 villagers versus 28 with a number of torps in the field. It is 12. So I think the Swedish economy is now better than the French economy. We do now have a good number of the Hessian Jaegers being shipped on in. Some elite light infantry units. Should be a hard counter to these dragoons, that's for sure. I'm definitely able to brawl with the skirmishers. How many is it? 10. That's a good number. Villagers taking some hits there. Does find a number of skirmishers there, and there's the Hessian Jaegers able to engage those dragoons. One immediately sniped with probably a bit of overkill. Explorer does being brought him in. One Jaeger got left behind. That Jaeger is still alive though. Got some cuirassiers, which is going to cause some issues for the Jaegers. Cuirassiers just focusing on those Jaegers quite hard. Most of the dragoons are now down, just leaving the cuirassiers there. A couple hussars now trying to engage everything here. Cuirassiers trying to engage the hussars. All the cuirassiers now down, just leaving that one hussar to deal with all the skirmishers. Jaegers push forward and 5. You lost half of them. Make that 4. Blue has held. Also has a couple crossbows still here. Small force by blue going for some Halka pellets. Halka pellets, or however you pronounce their name. Like cavalry with reduced range. Good number of dragoons. Apex cartridge now being researched by the Swedish player. Now we got the Falconet shipment as well for the French, which may not be that useful as opponents starting to get more and more of the light cavalry. He is also manually deploying out some Jaegers, getting some zone light infantry. More cuirassiers now being pulled on in. Villagers migrating over here. Coin mine still has a full 2,000 coins, so this one has not been touched by the torps. Down south, more villagers. Give him a coin there. If you really want to, you could try the halberdiers, but against the Scoons, probably not so much. Falconets, yeah, it's probably not a good idea to go for that. More Jaegers being pulled in the field. We got an army of 18 here. Roughly double that for total military population. Falconet does get a good shot there. Cuirassiers push way forward, but got a good number of Halka pellets, however you pronounce it. They should be able to deal with the Cuirassiers, no problem. And the Cuirassiers stack up a bit too much. They will get a bit of AoE damage there. Crossbowman does go down. A couple Jaegers remaining. More skirmishers being pulled on the field. Another round of Jaegers being pulled on the field. There's more Halka pellets trying to gauge the artillery pieces there. They want to switch to melee mode. Look, a pretty nasty volley there from the Falconets. Will not take out any of the Falconets there. Here comes the Jaegers. Does get a volley in that Falconet. Takes out one. Took some losses with that. Skirmishers push way forward. He's a little bit more experienced. Maybe the 2 Falconet shipment could be useful right now. Although again, who doesn't want pair of Falconets at any moment in time? Some Dragoons here. Getting some damage to the Falconet, softened up a little bit. Not enough for Falconet to take out one shot. You need to get below 100 or at 100 in order for a Falconet to take out one shot. More Halka pellets, more Jaegers. French villagers got 39 versus 37, so economy's pretty similar at the moment. And maybe slightly in favor of the French. Orcs have been consuming some of the berries, so not all of them are collecting up a good amount of berries, but right now each one's providing nearly one. And there's coin mines rapidly being seized as well. Cuirassiers find a pretty nasty engagement here. They require a good number of villagers here. Dragoons here to support. And skirmishers hit the Halka pelts. Jaegers not straightforward. Maybe one good volley into the Falconet will take it out. Going for the church research. It's good damage there. Looks like a bit of sound bugs starting to appear. Cuirassiers getting cleaned on up there. Dragoon goes down. Dragoon there. Good damage there. Halka pellets charging way forward. They will take out the Falconet. More the light cavalry. Going for hand attack mode. Cuirassiers push forward, engage these Jaegers. They'll be ripped apart by them. Does do a nice little formation move to get the Halka pellets to engage the Cuirassiers. They're in melee right now. And nowhere near enough numbers. Are drawing some fire there. These Jaegers will go down. Expensive loss. More Halka pellets being pulled out right there. Maybe we'll save out some of these Jaegers. Nice bit of AoE damage there. Both sides are quite small right now. 73 population versus 62. We do now have the push of pike research from the church, as well as, is that the counter Jaegers? Or Saxophone Jaegers? Counter Jaegers are Russians. So it now has the Savolax Jaeger, or however you pronounce that. Some villagers may go down here, which is not good. Can't be losing villagers right now. Both players need a slight advantage. Taking out villagers will give them a slight advantage. Seekers do have a slight bit of hit points. 5% more looks like. Multipliers still seem all the same though. Jaeger's trying to go on down there. Crassier's bulk is causing some issues for blue. But he's starting to fall back. None of these Crassiers are quite wounded. Maybe a priest or two would be a good idea to heal them up. Skirmisher is now being researched, going for cavalry combat as well. We now have the copper mines as well. He has his own cavalry attack as well. Cavalry damage at least. And cavalry combat. Ranged cavalry combat. Copper mines may just be deployed back here just so we can collect some coin.
Oui?
French villagers have cleaned up all the coin here, just giving his torps only food to collect them up, and they have plenty of berries there now.
Käsky.
Swedish players just hitting a bit of a brick wall with the food. The advanced market should be very useful right now since the lack of coin income. So, got some coin here. Not a whole lot. Maybe tasking 3 villagers at most on there because the torps will eat up the rest of it no problem. In fact, there's hardly any coin left on the map. It's getting to the point in time where... Oh! Got torps here. At this point in time, both players need to start deploying out secondary economies. In this case, the Swedish player needs to apply an earlier plantation. Does get the coin mines or the copper mines deployed out there. Could have an earlier plantation just to get the research going, but it's going to be a relatively painful transition. Do now have a good number of the Gustavine Guard here. He may just try to close out the game. Don't worry about the secondary economy. Just go with the just win the game. Got a good number of Cuirassiers. We got Cuirassier, Skirmisher. He's not blowing out any Dragoons. So these Jaegers are going to be particularly not useful. They, of course, still be a good brawler versus Skirmishers, but that's about it. They have 40% range resist. How much range resist did they have before that upgrade? I can't remember. These units push forward. Good number of Hussars managed to collapse on those skirmishers. Very important. Hussars are just generally very useful right now. Heavy cav versus heavy cav. But Cuirassiers do have a bit of AoE damage. Gustavine Guard charge way forward as well. Help deal with the Cuirassiers. If he's able to take out the Cuirassiers, then the Hussars will have free reign over the skirmishers. Alcapels gains some good damage on all these forces. And looks like it will punch out ahead. These Halberdiers will not be very useful versus the Jaegers. More Hussars just streaming on in. A lot of cavalry for the Swedish player. Alcapels get a nice volley there. French villagers now being brought in as well. Hussars will rip them apart, however. They're not too particularly resilient to melee damage. Halberdiers do get cleaned on up. Red Hussar research now complete. The French player has a lot of food, no coin, and looks like the French player has back to the game. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.